All right, this is LearWire. Welcome to my AppSumo Black Friday tier list for 2023. This is going to be a little bit different intro for you guys because I don't usually do this, but what we're specifically talking about right here is we'll come back over here to Shop Black Friday, okay? So there's been 35 products. I will say that I like that AppSumo stayed true to only these 35 products. They didn't change this. Every day we came in, we didn't see more tools added to the list. It was, the door was closed once they worked out these deals with these vendors, with these software companies, right? And so they weren't, changing, dropping softwares off, adding more. It stayed 35 throughout the entire sale that's lasted almost a week, I believe. I think this started like last Monday or Tuesday. And so it's been like a full week. This is Cyber Monday. I believe this is the last day. Look, offer ends in a day. So this is the last day that you guys can go and pick up any of these tools for an extra 10% off. And 10% might not seem like that much, but these are, relatively, these aren't $10 products. These are, most of them start at $59 and can go up to $79. 10%, is you can save, $5, $10, $15 right off the top. And then if you also have an AppSumo a Plus membership, then you can save 20% with purchasing these. So it actually starts adding up once if you spend $1,000 on these tools right now, you'll save $100. So that's when it starts really becoming significant. So, and then another advantage to looking at these tools right now is that a lot of these tools just came back just for Black Friday. So in another sense, it's not even just the money that you're saving, the 10%. Some could argue that that's really just not that great of a deal. But at the same time, some of these tools, this is the only time of the year that you can actually pick them up. Like Depositphotos, for example, we already know it has 432 reviews and it maintains about a 4.8, 4.9 star rating. So this is definitely just a great tool to get. You get high quality stock images that don't cost you $30 an image. They've got a really, really good deal right over here. And they only come back once or twice a year on AppSumo. So this is the time to pick that up. So be thinking about it that way as well, that a lot of these tools that have, 800 reviews right here, maintain a 5-star, brilliant directories, this is your chance to get it because it goes away and it doesn't just sit here on AppSumo available. So these are lifetime deals. Wave Video, again, lifetime deals that they're available right now for you to go and take advantage of because tomorrow these will go away. Some of the newer tools might stay a little bit longer. So you might have an opportunity to still pick them up if they stay on the tool, on the, platform AppSumo. But again, RoboMotion, all these Okoa, they only came back. I'd say 80% of these tools right here, Chopcast, Content Paste, these only came back for the Black Friday sale, and that's what makes it special as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the tier list. But what I want to really drive home, guys, is that I got an alert. I believe I'm subscribed to this guy's channel right over here, Dave Swift, Profitable Tools. And I don't really watch a whole lot of his content or anything like that. And you guys know me. I don't like to bash people or anything like that. My channel is not built around, going against people's content or arguing against their content or anything like that. This guy's free to create whatever video he wants, put whatever, whatever video together or content that he wishes. Okay. But my issue today with a video that he posted is that he did an AppSumo Black Friday tier list 2023. And here's his tier list. I fast forward all the way to the end. I did watch, especially what he had to say about certain tools like Okoa, and Gumlet and Content Paste. These are tools that I've made a lot of content around, that I did very thorough deep dive, over 30-minute reviews on. And so I'm going to have my own opinion about these tools. And, definitely some of these tools right over here where he's speaking on them, I just disagree 100% with his opinion on them. And then another tool, he's influencing people's decision to buy these tools, and yet he didn't even review any of these, right? So if we take this design tool, for example, and I go over here, DEZ, so if I say DEZY, how do you spell that? GN. So here's design, right? It's like a Canva alternative. Look at this channel has no content that matched design. We come back over here and we look at maybe let's just try Gumlet, right? So I come over here and I type in Gumlet, enter. So he did do a little bit on Gumlet. That's fine. Let's go over here and type in content pace. So content pace, this channel has no content on content pace. All right. We come back over here and we look at, I think he's done a little bit of content on Okoa as well. But like right over here, sessions. Let's go try that. Let's go try sessions, because he's telling you that it might be worth picking up, but I don't see sessions review on his channel. There is not a sessions review right over here. Okay. We're going to come back up over here and just try another one. Let's try Super Machine and see if he maybe created a video on Super Machine. So he did do one on Super Machine. So most of the tools right over here, though, I'd say about maybe 20% of them from all the ones that I've typed in, 20% of them he has not done reviews or content on, but he's grading them right here just based on what he knows about software and looking at the sales page, right? And that's fine. If he wants to create content like that, that's great and all. I want to do a little bit different for this, right? I'm looking at these tools, and then one of the big things is that he gave design a D, and I just don't agree with what he said about design over here. He said that since it was available on ClickBank, that it just automatically falls on the D. So he's basically saying that every ClickBank product is trash. I just did a review on design, and I disagree with that. It just because it was available on ClickBank doesn't mean that it deserves a D. If he's spent a 45-minute review inside there, he would actually see that the images that it's creating, are some of the images, because it's using DALL-E 3, some of the images that it's creating are just like you would get in Midjourney. And so it's actually really good. So we're going to go kick this tier off, and I will be able to go through this, but there's 35 deals right here, guys. Okay. And I'm not going to do a tier list on all 35 of these. I went through all of these tools right here, and I have done reviews and content on 14 of them. So almost half. We're getting up there to almost half of the tools I've done reviews on, and that I feel like I can actually properly tell you if it's a good tool and put it in the right tier, just based on my reviews and so forth. Okay, so let's get started right away. Here's the tier list. We're going to start with Vista Social. Okay, so I picked up Vista Social. I started actually using it a few weeks ago. Here's my story about Vista Social. It definitely has really good reviews. We'll come back over here. Let's go to Vista Social, and it looks like it's got a 4.1 rating, almost 100 reviews. So enough people like this that this is a tool possibly worth picking up if you need social media automation and so forth. I think that it's pretty decent, but I did have some issues with connecting accounts. I had some issues with, getting certain types of content scheduled. So the scheduler wasn't working properly for me as well. So there definitely was some bugs going on with Vista Social. I think that it's a solid enough company to where they're going to probably fix this stuff. But in its current state, it caused me to go and actually buy a paid social media automation tool, which is called CoSchedule. I'll probably be doing a review on that at some point. But I'm paying like $30 a month for that because it just flat out works. It doesn't slow me down. And when you're trying to use these tools and you, get slowed down, the connection's not working properly. You do everything right, and then you push schedule, and then it doesn't schedule for you, and all these different things. It really ends up just being a time waster, right? And so I cannot put Vista Social, as much as I like the tool and it seems like a pretty high level quality tool. I'm going to have to go and put it in the B status for now. Might even be between a B and a C. We'll see where everything ends up, and I might make some adjustments at the end, by the way. But let's keep moving on. Voila. This is a tool that I used for responding back to vendors that reach out to me that want me to review their product and so forth. So I use it in a business aspect. I use it to create and respond for emails. Now you can use it in all the ways that you can use ChatGPT. You can use Voila, right? And you can use Voila to create blog articles, marketing content, all kinds of stuff. But you can also, and I think it just is a powerhouse tool that for Gmail, because you can use it inside of Gmail. Go watch my reviews. And this is definitely an A tier. This might even be an S tier. I mean, so if you do email marketing and you get people emailing you and you need to respond to people, I would say that this is probably an S tier, especially when you combine this with, when I'm coming over here, when you combine this with the pricing tier right over here, plans and features, you're going to get, even at tier ones only, is under $30. And you get up to 2,000 requests per month. Like for most people, 90% of people, you won't even touch 1,000 requests per month. You're going to be having to respond to over 2,000 emails per month. You're going to be making a lot of money if you're doing that, by the way. But even if you need to outgrow the license tier 1, or you just want the ability to always use ChatGPT 4 and never have any limits and so forth, and you really want to turn this into having access to ChatGPT 4 and not have to pay the $20 a month and so forth, they've got a really good price right here. $100. That's your all in right here. Unlimited everything, right? And so the pricing is awesome. The reviews are really good. 218 reviews, almost 5 tacos. This is definitely a winner right here. And so this one, I just talked myself into it. This is an S tier. Definitely a good software to pick up. Okay. Let's keep going. So we've got this logo diffusion, the video that I created right before this one. Unfortunately on today, right? We don't always get to show up and win. I'm just going to use a basketball analogy, right? 2 teams are facing off. They're playing basketball. One of them is going to go home a loser. We don't always get to win on any given day, right? On today, unfortunately, logo diffusion gets a D grade, and I probably would give it an F grade because just go watch my last video if you want to, but the software doesn't work right now. And then even if the software worked, based on all my research and knowledge of the software, people are disappointed with the credit system. They're nickel and diming you. They're penny pinching you on the credits. You're not going to be happy with the plan that you purchased. And then also the output of the logos is going to take 2, 3, 4 times to generate something that is usable that you like, and you're going to be eating 8 to 12 credits each time you do that. So it's just not a good package any way you look at it. The best part that I saw was the user interface was pretty good, right? But nothing worked. I wasn't even able to test the software, and I usually will just not review the software and I'll just move on. But I feel it's important at this, during this Black Friday sale to, and I spent 30 minutes of my time with trying to get the software to work, and I just was very, very disappointed. So logo diffusion, stay away from as in its current state right now. Sessions right over here. So I did review Sessions recently. What would I put that under? I thought that everything seemed like it worked. Everything seemed high quality. I do agree with what Dave said. Dave Swift said about Sessions, as far as if you go all in on this and you cancel your Calendly and you cancel your Zoom and all those things that you're paying for, right? That's like $30 a month right there, or more. And if you're paying for webinars on Zoom, you're paying about $75 a month, right? So you could be canceling $100 a month in subscription tools to make Sessions your tool. I do agree with what he said right here, as far as that. If you do that, if this is a big part of your business, making sure that you have meeting availability, you're recording your videos, coaching, all those things, you're putting a lot of faith into a lifetime deal software, an LTD. And so that's a little bit risky, but at the same time, I think that you'd probably be able to switch out everything if something's not working, or like 2 or 3 times in a row, it didn't record properly for you. You'd set everything up right. You're just having issues. Then maybe it's time to go ahead and cancel it out and go back to Zoom or what you were using before. And that is the risk with any of these tools. They're all lifetime deals tools. you have to, you're betting on the company doing the right thing with the funding, and that they really are going to spend a lot of that money in development and marketing. And those are the two things that they need to spend their money on, is to develop the tool and deliver on all their promises on the roadmap. But then also they need to have a marketing plan in place where they can bring in sustainable customers that will pay monthly for the tool so they can pay the bills and keep the lights on, right? And that is the whole deal and risk about LTDs. If they don't manage the money properly, then, a year later, not to make any call outs, and I don't know why Brainwork has to close the doors, but I know they have hundreds of customers. They did make a lot of money from the AppSumo deals, and they're closing the doors on the LTD. And within about a year and a half of the project, Brainwork is gone. It can happen, absolutely. So you are betting on any of these tools, just so you know. There's my spiel on that. But at the end, in any case, I have to leave all those biases away and just look at the tool itself, the quality of the development, the quality of the UI, and does the software deliver on what it's trying to do? Absolutely. Sessions is going to go up to an A for now. It might be an S, but I'm going to go up to an A right there. Okay. So Okoa, right? This Okoa software came out about 3 years ago. I remember it's kind of one of the first social media automation tools that I reviewed on LearnWire years ago. And in the beginning, I liked the tool and so forth, but then my viewpoint after it was available for a year and so forth, it started changing a lot, because what they promised that they were going to do, and Dave Swift hits on this as well, and he's right. But what I don't understand right over here is how Dave puts this up at an A. It makes no sense at all. But like I said, to each their own. For me, after, just tapping into the tool and doing an updated Okoa review like a week ago, you'll see all of the things that I'm disappointed in. They haven't delivered. They still don't have TikTok. They still don't have YouTube Shorts. These are things that were on their bucket list or their roadmap 2 to 3 years ago. They barely added one social media account. Right. So they've got the big four. They got Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram, right? Those are the four that are available and that were available 3 years ago. And it's taken them 3 years to add Pinterest, right? And they have more tools that they want to add than they have actually added, right? So that's a huge kind of red flag. They have changed they've changed the way that the tool looks several times. They've gone through several user interface changes or upgrades or overhauls, and that costs a lot of time and money to do those things. And I really wasn't even blown away by its current state right now. And then I just feel like the tool doesn't work as promised. And I'm not really sure what's going on behind the brains behind it, but it's just not a tool that I can recommend. So for me personally, this moves into about maybe a C. Maybe it's not so horrible that it goes to a D, but I definitely would be very cautious in looking at Okoa. So I'm going to put it in the C column for now. We've got Wave Video, and right off the bat, I can put this up here. You're going to have a good experience if you purchase Wave Video. You have Wave Video. You're going to be able to create some really great videos using this platform. It's a tool that just works, and they have a large, I would imagine that they have a lot of monthly paid subscribers to their tool, and they're definitely not surviving on lifetime deal customers. And I've used the tool and so forth. They also, I believe that Wave Video also, one of the biggest kind of secrets that you should consider Wave Video is that if we come down here, I'm going to look down here, and you're going to see that it's not listed right here, but they have video hosting. right here, unlimited uploaded video media, 5 gigabytes per video size limit, unlimited pre-recorded videos. There's so much stuff that you can do with this, but I believe that you have kind of like an unlimited video hosting as well. And so that right there is a reason to pick this up as well. So they've got, I mean, this is just a well-developed tool. It's going to be very much like InVideo and all those other ones. So this is definitely one that you don't want to miss if you do video creation and so forth. So we're going to go into this one right over here, the Big View teleprompter. This is going to be a solid one as well. We're going to go ahead and put it at an A. If you want to, it's a software that just works. They have an app on, you download it to your phone. You can go online and do the rest of everything you need to do online. So what I did when I did my review on this, I downloaded the app. I kind of recorded something on the phone because that's what you can use for your teleprompter, where the text will be right by the camera. And so you can actually read off of your phone and your eyes will basically be on the camera. So it's like you're not even looking at a teleprompter. And then after you push save, you can log in on your computer and go and do further things as well with that file on your computer. So you don't have to do all the work on your phone or anything like that. So it's just a tool that works. It's for the right people. If you need a teleprompter or anything like that, this is definitely a great app to get. Okay. So like I said, we have 14 apps. We're almost about halfway, 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, we're exactly halfway through. I'm going to go with design right here. With all things considered, apparently this launched on ClickBank at some point as well. But when you actually log into it and you start going through the application, it definitely doesn't seem low quality like something that maybe you would expect on ClickBank or something like that. And I was thoroughly impressed with the images that it actually created in a pretty timely fashion. And guess what? Everything worked. And so everything worked, and getting mid-journey type images out of here. And then I think design, one other cool thing about design is that we need to consider is that they're pretty darn generous with the pricing. We'll come down here. You get 15 different tools right over here. And their pricing is very generous. 500 AI generations per month for just $49, right? If you go all in on this, you're basically unlimited right over here. Okay. So I'm going to come back up here to the top. Just for fun, I'm going to come over here and say, when was created? Might not be able to find that out right there. We might have to go over to, so it is a team of 4 people right there. You can tell right there, based out of Belgium. So they're giving you everything that they have right here, what their monthly recurring revenue is right here, and that they have about 30 active monthly paid subscribers to the tool. So it looks like they're planning on blowing this up, and they've been in development and so forth since 2012. I still can't see when this was created. But you know, this is kind of one of those things where, obviously like I said about any of these tools, there's going to be a certain level of risk for each tool. Each one's going to have a little bit higher or lower risk, but they're all LTDs at the same time. Okay. But design based on using the software and the results that I actually got from the software and the quality of the UI and everything working, there's no way that this actually ends up being, a D right here. So I totally disagree with this one right over here as a D, just because of the ClickBank thing. That's almost the only comment that he had on there. And then he said that just for this kind of tool, just use Canva. But what this is doing, what design definitely does better, and I can tell you right now because I use Canva daily, all day long, is that Canva AI images are just not, you can't choose the size. It doesn't come out DALL-E 3, Leonardo, Mid-Journey level type images in Canva for AI. There's a lot of things with AI and Canva that is just straight up missing. And the images, go back and watch my design video. The images that I was able to create were ridiculously insane, like Mid-Journey. And so this was actually one of the best AI design tools, and the generous They have very generous limits with the pricing. So I was actually quite a bit of a fan of this tool. Unlimited AI generations, you can do away with your other subscriptions you're paying for, and you could get this tool. As long as it lasts for a year, you're already going to be a break even or come out a little bit ahead anyways. So this one was pretty darn good. I might give it an A. We might give it a B right there for now. I would definitely consider picking this one up. But just because of the history and the future is a little bit more on the risky side, I will agree with that on design. I'll give it a B. Gumlet right over here. So I want to come back over here, and Gumlet was only scored a C, but I've been reviewing video hosting platforms on AppSumo for the last couple of years, and this is the one that actually works, right? There was actually another one. I'm not going to name drop on them, but I literally went all in, tier 5, spent like $400, and I did a launch of a product with a course and everything, and their platform just decided to take a poop that day. And so I had to quickly grab all my content, upload it to YouTube, under unlisted, and it was just a nightmare that day. And so that tool was awful. It didn't deliver. The reliability wasn't there. And then like the next day or two, Gumlet came to AppSumo. So I went and started using their tool, and it just straight up works. Very high quality, very fast, lightning speed, crisp video hosting. You get a sense of, even just logging in and being on the platform, you get a sense that this is a very high quality company. So Gumlet is actually going to go up here to the S tier for video hosting. It just straight up works, and you get generous limits. I think I calculated, you'd have to do like, 51 or 53-hour courses or something like that in order to max out your tier 5. So you've got hundreds upon hundreds of videos, hours upon hours upon hours of video content that you can actually get hosted on this. And so there's nothing like having the ability to privately, professionally host your videos. It's going to make your business a lot better than don't use YouTube for your courses. Don't use YouTube. It's very unprofessional to have ads playing and so forth on your video that you're actually trying to get people to buy your product, but then you can't even afford video hosting, right? So Gumlet is definitely a standout product. Really, really good stuff. Chopcast. We're at Chopcast now. I got to be honest, I haven't used Chopcast. I purchased Chopcast, so I do have this in my account and I can use it. But I haven't revisited it. So, is it a software that did what it said? It chopped up the videos and you can download them and republish them. So it is going to be like some of those other ones. I'm using, Opus Clip. So Opus Clip, and there's Munch AI, and there's a couple other ones that you pay for, and they're pretty awesome tools. It does do the same thing as those tools, maybe not as fancy, doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but is this a functional tool that does what it says it does? Absolutely. I probably would put this in the B tier right over here. Worth picking up for sure, but not going to have all the bells and whistles as the paid, the paid tools out there. SEO Crawl, I agree with him that where did he end up putting SEO Crawl? He did put it in the S tier. I do agree with that one. I don't think you don't actually have to have SEO Crawl. And I think he said that as well. But it sure makes you looking at your stats, and all of the data is coming from your Google Search Console. But I think that for beginner bloggers, Search Console can be a little bit more confusing to find everything. It's not as laid out as much. You're going to get more data. They're going to give you more advice and charts. If you're a visual person, the charts and stuff that it gives, I definitely think that this is worth picking up. It's not a must. Remember that. You can just use Search Console, but it sure is nice having SEO Crawl because you can just log in and it tells you what your opportunities are on the website, and it just kind of does everything for you. And it's just a high quality tool. So definitely goes to the S tier. Depositphotos, you can't really argue against. I'm going to give that an S. I don't know where he put that. He put it as an S as well. I agree with that. You can't argue against the results that Depositphotos has. It basically has a 5 taco after years upon years of being on the platform. If you need high quality stock images, this is going to separate you from just going to Pexels or Pixabay. You're going to have some really good, massive database and unique images that are not available on those other platforms. It's a great product to have. If you need high quality stock imagery. Okay. Content pace. He put that really, really low, and he talked about the content optimization of this, right? I'm going to go over here. So he put content pace at a C. And I've got video reviews of using content pace and ranking content ranked number 1 because I used the content briefs from content pace. I actually tell you in all my content pace videos that the last thing that I would be using content pace for is the optimization feature. It's not a Surfer SEO replacement. It is not a Surfer SEO optimization tool. It is a content brief and research tool. First and foremost, you can create some amazing content briefs using content pace. And then I actually wouldn't use it for the optimization piece. I've gotten good results from this. I ran a website for an entire year with content pace as well. It definitely deserves more than a C. It does, I would say that this is probably an A for if you need a tool and you have human writers, or you want to plug in the content brief right over here and get some really nice control over your content briefs as well, based on the search results. Create unique content briefs and then pull them into your favorite AI writer. Content pace, that's what makes content pace very powerful. Is it a tool that you absolutely need? No, it's not really. Are there any tools on here that are absolute musts? I would probably say there probably isn't any tools on here that are absolutely musts that you need to run your business. These are just, kind of like desired tools, would be really fun to have and so forth, but they're not necessarily something that you absolutely have to have in your business. Now, we're on the last one, Super Machine. Sorry, but this one is going to go to a D as well. I logged in to Super Machine even today and was trying to use the tool, and I keep getting this. Supermachine.art says operation timed out. App too busy. So I couldn't even, and this has been up for a year now or whatever, right? I can't even get this to work today, right? So I can't give this a good review. And I never came back to using this tool, and it's been up for a really long time and it is not working. So I can't in good conscience recommend that tool. So unfortunately, the AI designers right here, they're both in the D section. I would not go and pick them up. I would not recommend. And, between Vista Social and Okoa, I definitely would pick up Vista Social. They're both the same type of tool, social media scheduling and automation. Vista Social is definitely better than Okoa. So if you want to pick one up, pick that one up. But the design for the graphics, for the available graphics tools, design is better than these other two right over here. Okay. So ultimately what I was trying to kind of get at is that instead of going over all 35 of these tools and telling you what I think of them, I actually am just giving you my opinion on the tools that I actually used and reviewed myself, which was about half of them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Some of I just can't speak on them. You're going to have to go and do your own research, your own reviews and so forth, like WebWave and so forth. I haven't done that one. I haven't done True Conversion. So a lot of these I have not had the time to go and review. Therefore, I can't really tell you yes or no on them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This is kind of my tier list right over here for the Black Friday deals. Thanks for tuning in. The link will be below, and I'm going to leave a link below that will just take you to this page right over here where you can go and find these deals. This is the last day to go pick up the Black Friday deals over here. Thanks for tuning in again. See you next time.